Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of City Skylines. I have spent quite some time working on what we're going to do this episode, and there's still more that I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to have all these roads laid out, and then we were just going to zone up a big new area over on this side. But anyway, let's talk about the changes that I have made, and then we're going to start doing some of that. This little road around the outside, not sure how I feel about it, but I've sort of put one down going around the outside of the city, and I think a lot of these bits right here, they need details. You know, you need more than just the road by itself. You need things around it, and that'll come a little bit later on with the assets. But we are sort of approaching the point where we can install mods and start working on aesthetics, because we've got a lot of money saved up, but we do need to make the city a little bit bigger and more stable. So once we've expanded the city, a lot of tweaking is going to come, like making it all work properly and efficiently, and then we sort of move on to the next step. So this ring road around the outside, I think it's going to be a good idea to add like a couple of stops here and there so people can use it as like a shortcut to get from one place to the other. But having something go all the way around it doesn't make too much sense unless it's the trams to sort of take you from, let's say, this part of the residential area, and it just moves you down to here, or perhaps around the corner to where you can get dropped off to work. So I think as a transport route it's also got some value. Now what I'm going to do right now is just move over these things, because I wanted to start zoning these roads and upgrade this one. So we have two things here. One of them is a snow dump. We are going to relocate that. That's the wrong button. Relocate that over here. And oh my, we don't have enough space. That's not good. What if we can extend that road underneath all of this? You can see I built a roundabout here, by the way. It's another thing I've done, because we've got roads coming over into this area. You can clearly see that though. So perhaps we'll go down, then across. Excellent. We can go all the way under there. That should give us plenty of space for relocating. So this thing's going to get moved. Over we go. There's still not enough space. Of course there's not. So a little bit more road would be a good idea. Where is it? There it is. It gets dark in this city. It gets dark and a little bit difficult to see sometimes, but it also never stops snowing. That's the same sort of building, so moving that shouldn't be too much of an issue. We'll just put them over there. I might move them around again, make that look a little bit tidier later on. So it's this road here that I want to upgrade. I kind of want to upgrade the whole thing, which means messing around with this bit. And it's interesting to see traffic moving through this area when there's absolutely nothing in it, but there you go. People are using that to get around. What we're going to do is zone up like a new area here. So let's go for the 6 lane with cycle tracks either side, and just this road here all the way down to that bit, and maybe the rest I'll do later on. What I think we're going to do here is have some windy roads that just become dead ends, and that might sound a little bit strange, but we'll have some sort of crossover road in the middle, or a path or a cycle track that leads through to this area. I just want to have some windy roads that kind of fizzle out and put housing on them. It does mean everyone's going to drive back down here, which might not be a great thing. But either way, at the end of it we'll have a road like this, and maybe actually a little less curve in the beginning. I don't want them to overlap the areas, that is, with that one there. And these roads are just sort of going to go off into this area. So one big long road, they'll have loads of houses on it, then there's going to be another one, let's see, just in the middle of those two. This one again can also just wind off down here. Excellent, and they're all going to be full of houses as well. Now, I don't want to put one there, so if we look at the sort of distancing, it feels like that spot right there is the same distance. And if we follow the sort of similar curve, we're leaving a big gap in the middle. Now, what I could do is have this one sort of curl back round and go down there, or have a road that shoots off the side. I think we'll do it like, let's actually build the road there first, and then disconnect it after, right? Does that even make sense? So we can see where we're going with it. Excellent. Okay, and then the next one is right there. Yes, this is the way that I want it to look. This is good. This is good. Okay, next one I reckon somewhere about there. Alright, and then I think we'll just leave it like that. Now this one's going to get disconnected, like so, and I think we'll make it so it just curves off either side. I've just built the entire thing with the wrong road type. Well, I'll go around and upgrade that again later. So we'll have a little curve off. Well, why does it want to do a big curve like that all of a sudden? I think it's because I'm going to stretch all the way across. I need to build it in 2 phases. So something like that, and then over on this side it can go across to that one. Excellent. So maybe what we'll do is put a little bit of commercial down the bottom here. So all of this residential can move down into this area, go across to the offices over on this side. I think we're going to have to make some other offices somewhere around here as well. Maybe a little office area here. And then that should supply all of the residential needs inside that area. But they can also go to work over in this area. Actually, that makes a lot more sense. So maybe if we don't have a lot of education here, we can get uneducated workers in this area. Now what I did was put in this roundabout, which looks really cool. If you're wondering why there's these like long bits here, it's so that there's more distance for the traffic to get backed up on, in case it is you know, getting too dense, or whatever the term is for it getting backed up. Let's give this thing some power. So from there to there, excellent. That's now got power. And I initially, if you have a look at the way the roads are, you can see there's these weird like gaps. Initially what I did is made some little junctions up to the top here, and it was very short, and these have traffic lights, so I thought, well, that's probably not the way to do it then. So what I've decided on is having these simple roads go around to the outside and just connecting like this. And this was something that I could do temporarily. I think what we might end up needing is a big roundabout here, and then the roads that go off in either direction will sort of come down into this area and connect. But anyway, this is going to be a district. This is one of the things that we need to do quite soon, actually, is start districting all of the areas, tweaking the different policies for each area to make it all work correctly. So that's probably bigger than it needs to be, extending into our other areas a little bit, but this is where we're going to do the specialized industry. And how do we go about doing that? Is it fertile lands, farming industry? Do I see the words fertile lands? Oh, there it is at the end. And in brackets it says renewable. Well, this is something I was going to mention. I talked about installing a mod, and I went and looked for the mod, and it said oil and ore. And I thought, well, what about fertile lands? And then I realised, aha, maybe the lands are just fertile and they don't need replenishing because you're just growing plants on them. Kind of makes a lot of sense, right? Anyway, so now all of this can be zoned out as fertile, land industries. We'll start off with some over here. Our demand is for industry as well, so we may see a big boom here as the city expands. And it's annoying how those roads have been slightly messed up. I could actually rebuild the road at some point. And speaking of that, I've spoken a lot about wanting to change roads and being afraid of like tearing up housing, and a lot of you are just saying go for it. And you're right, just change it up and it'll be fine. But another thing I want to mention about this road, at some point I want to come along here and do what we did with this bit and just make it so the dead ends go down to here, have less junctions. But that'll come later on. So let's speed up the game because we're doing some zoning. Let's also get a little bit of this residential going. It's all going to be low density. Let's start off with just, let's say, a singular street. This one here in the middle. And we're going to have to look out for its power needs. In fact, we could probably connect it to the grid if we just put a few houses on this side as well, so it can sort of reach across. This, though, isn't being connected. Right, let's zone a little bit of industry here, and that'll get connected. Just a small blob. That's all we need. There we go. I haven't done any piping over here. I've done piping everywhere else, but I forgot about this bit, so let's put in some more heated piping. That'll cover that way. That covers all of that. Excellent. And just something for the middle. Okay, good stuff. Oh, and just about, almost covering every little bit. There's a little bit of road there. I don't think that'll be missed at all. Okay, so we got some housing popping up down the bottom here. I don't think the grid is actually going to connect. No chance that's really going to do it. That'll go in there temporarily. Alright, let's actually unzone these ones then. And make sure our residential yep's all going down there. Alright. So they need workers, that's no surprise. We're probably going to have to put some public transport in at some point to get people over here. And what do we want to do with this area? I feel like another strip of offices is the way to go, but as I said, this is going to provide jobs, so maybe commercial is now what we go for. So let's have a commercial strip across here. All the way on that side of the road. That looks real good. Then these residential houses will just continue expanding. Alright, so my idea was for us to sit here together and watch a lot of this go. But it's not, I don't know, it's not terribly exciting, is it? Just watching the houses pop up. But there you go, and they need loads of workers, so we need more people moving in. and then we've got to find a way for them to get over there as well. Okay, this new area got problems, that's for sure, but we'll fix them. And I really do want to encourage some cycling, so I put in a cycle track going through here. Kind of looks a little bit ugly. One over the end here as well, and I left in some gaps for some parks, obviously. And I think what we'll try and do is make this its own district with... Now, where's the district bubble tool? There it is, this one right here. And give it some policies like to encourage cycling and a few other things as well. I don't know, whatever can increase the productivity of this area, or, you know, make it easier for the people living there. And yeah, we're going to put in a few parks and stuff now. So let's start off with a snowy one over here. I'm probably going to end up using that one a couple of times. It's just the right sort of plot size for fitting in these little areas. We're going to have a fair few parks in this zone. Let's put one over there where the plots for houses are all messed up and awkward. Let's get a big one in this area as well. Is that a big one? Yep, it is. Best place to put that would probably be around here, wouldn't it? Let's kick those people out of their home, unfortunately. Have a big old park on the end there. And look at that. The leisure is going through the roof. Let's put in a few more snowy themed ones. We've got the ski lodge. Isn't that expensive? 32 per week. No, it's not. We'll have the ski lodge up at this end. And now we need a couple of things down here. Let's put one over there. And have... which one? The curling rink. Can that fit in? That's actually quite big, that one. Or the skating rink. There we go. We'll put a skating rink into that space there. Excellent. Look at that. Now this area's got the potential to become quite luxurious if we have a look at that district. So this is Foggy Heights. And we'll probably change the name of this. Policies. That's how we open it, isn't it? Are we looking at the policies? Yeah, district policies for Foggy Heights. Now we could put the tax up here or something like that. Let go of leisure. What's this? Leisure specialised areas stop generating tax income but have a hefty boost in the entertainment and attractive value. That sounds like one of these additions to the game. You can create specific leisure areas. Anyway, encourage biking is a city-wide thing, so we don't need to worry about that. What's NIMBY? No loud noises in the night. Interesting. Old Town. Only residents and businesses can use the area for motor vehicles and ban other motor traffic. Interesting. Okay. Studded trees. I don't know what to go with this. Maybe we could go with the high-tech housing. We haven't done that yet. That would help boost the value of this area, which means we could also tax it a little bit more. So let's try that. And you know what? I think I'll just read through these and do that off camera because I like to put a lot of thought into these decisions, and then I can tell you about it after, I guess. Anyway, things seem to be going good. Big demand for residential. We can probably increase this by a few plots here and there. Down to the bottom here. And over on this side as well. I think we'll put in a few more plots for residential. And what are we going to have down this side? More commercial? It's kind of noisy. Maybe a row of offices down here on this side of the street, because they produce less noise. Alright, and we're also going to expand our industry. At the moment, no real traffic issues. I mean, this isn't a great solution, but it's doing alright for this size plot. Let's increase it all the way over through this area and down here. I'm really annoyed at how these plot things here have lined up, because it's just where... I tell you what, before we do anything, let's destroy this road and rebuild it and see if it fixes it, because it's where you attach things to the road. It repositions it ever so slightly because this is offset from it. So it's a 6-lane road. It's that type right there. We don't want to upgrade. We want to expand. Can we select the end of the road? That, I think, is selecting it. Yes, it is. Right, so we go in a straight line all the way to the end. And no, it makes these awkward... whatever. I don't know. Alright, I've decided to go against my own design principle there and just put a road going down here. It just looked like the traffic, always going back and forth down these roads. It just made sense to have something here. But I was also thinking, why don't we just continue these roads going around over to this area, and then eventually this will become bigger, a road will go straight down, and all of these branching residential areas that we have will sort of go across and connect up with it. Now, I've been sort of maximizing and squeezing all of the space. I tend to naturally gravitate towards that. I'm starting to think might be a little bit of a bad idea. It might be a good idea to have some space between areas. But what I want to do right now is put this in here. Oh yeah, and connecting this bit, I did want to see if anyone would use it, and it looks like a lot of cars like that road, so we should observe where it is they're going to. And what I'm trying to do here is just focus on the one side of the road. I'm not going to put houses on the other, so We'll probably come even closer down, actually. And look at that, you can get a whole nother road there if we just put the houses on the one side. Excellent. Okay, so I will zone this going out around there. As of right now, we're going to watch the traffic. Traffic, where art thou? It's gone. Now, it's going all the way up here, some of it, which is a long way. I mean, where does it next connect? It doesn't connect with anything. Where are these cars going? Like, what route are they picking here? Because, look, where are you going? Oh, are these the service trucks? Oh, do you know what? We've just made our first connection. There's no other connection but this one right here. So they've all immediately shot out to go and clear it because it needed clearing. Oh, that's quite amusing actually, because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, wait a minute, where are you going? There are actually no other connections. Amazing. Well, good to see them doing their job. Back in you go into the city. There's nothing for you to do out there now. Okay, having a look through the policies here and thinking about how it affects what's going on, because this is right next to this industry. I kind of don't want to educate the workers. We want uneducated workers there, which it sounds terrible, doesn't it? You know, you want to educate everyone, but this is obviously a game. We're trying to work with the game a little bit. And just looking through here, we can select this one, schools out, which means that citizens will prefer working over education. Now, I did also have parks and recreation selected to go in turn with the high-tech housing, so you know you have like a well-looked-after area, but of course this would be more like a ghetto, unfortunately. And I'm also tempted to go with this harsh prison sentences. Now, in reality, I think this is a terrible idea. Doubles the usual prison sentence and reduces the crime rate. It just means we don't have to, in this area at least, have more policing. As you can see, I think there was a crime bubble a second ago. I'm going to try it out and see what it does. I wonder what the repercussion for this is, though. I reckon it might be happiness goes down. And other than that, there's not too much I'm going to do. So there's some here like education boost. Obviously, you wouldn't select that with schools out. Apparently, I unselected that. Wait, are we looking... Oh, God. What have I done? Policies for the district. Oh, dear. Schools out. Harsher prison sentences. They're done. Right, and then... Okay, so everything's good. We're encouraging people to cycle, to not go to school, and to work over there, and not go to jail as well. Crematoriums are available, and water treatment plants. Has it really been big city? Didn't we do this already? Maybe we shrunk in size again. Yeah, crematoriums are going to be a big deal, especially with a city this size. We've got some... Oh, God, some buildings have burnt down over here. Yeah, we need more fire services in the city. Our income is only 8,500, so we could definitely do some good over here. Now, I remember there's ways to make money out of these districts. Sorry, these like fertile farming lands. I think it has something to do with policies as well. Let's have a look at the policies of this thing then. Or maybe I can't remember it at all. We could raise the tax. It's something to do with exporting goods. Aha, one of these ones. Let's have a look. Industrial space planning allows industry to work even more effectively by overlooking a few work safety laws. Doubles the amounts of goods produced by industry buildings. That's probably one we want to tick. That probably means we're going to double traffic as well. Then we've got business benefactors. Isn't that for commercial? I think that's, yeah, low density commercial buildings. So that's something we could do in this district up here. Fascinating. There's so many choices we can make. Alright, and I don't think there's anything else. Maybe taxation? But then they might all move out. Is there a taxation for industry there? Residential, commercial? No, there's none for industry. But you can raise taxes for offices as well. We should probably put in the smoke detector distribution. We should have that in the other one as well, actually. And probably citywide I'm going to do recycling at some point. Yeah, there you go. Look, a building's already burned down. So let's have a look at some of the services in the area. We're not going to put a police station in this one. We're also not expanding. Again, it just wants more work, and I keep filling up this, and I guess people keep coming here to work. So as we increase the amount of work in this area, we should see things pop up, houses pop up over here. Now, let's have a look at our fertile lands, because this could kind of be bigger. We could extend over into this area a touch more, and maybe come downwards here a little bit. We've sort of already built into this area. It's too late for that. So there's more that we could be doing around here, which is good. Means we can expand. Let's actually chuck in a couple of roads. So one of them would simply just go down here in a straight line. Let's go down by 2, across by 1, and then right there is plenty of extra space. And then up the top here, we're not really going to be able to do anything because of the train track. Yeah, might be a good idea to move that actually, just have it sort of curve up and go alongside the road over here for a bit. But I'll leave that alone for now. Speed, we're going to put that on maximum. Going to keep my eye on the city as we check our different services. So fire is very poor coverage around in this area. Let's see what happens if we put like a... We want to cover as much as this as we can. So if we put it in the middle of that area, it doesn't really extend out too far. What about over there? That looks like a better place to put it. We're going to put it right there on the corner. Kick out whoever's there before. Healthcare coverage, absolutely none in this area. Yeah, that hasn't really been too much of an issue yet because we haven't had any deaths. And I think now that we've unlocked the crematorium, we might start to see the death mechanic kicking. I'm going to put this right in the middle of the residential area, I think. Just maybe a little bit further to these roads so they can get around to the other bits. Yeah, so somewhere up here. Let's put it right there. Bam, healthcare. Right, now crematoriums. I want to put 2 of these in to begin with. We're going to have one somewhere over the back here. I think people actually like these being in the residential areas. So I'll have one there. That should cover this area and a little bit of that area. And then the next one, I guess. Oh no, we've already got... Right, sorry, we've already got death in the city because we have cemeteries. Now we've got crematoriums. So we'll probably empty the cemeteries and burn all the dead bodies. So they'll have their work cut out for them. Let's start emptying then. How grim. How grim is this that we are doing? We're emptying our cemeteries. Okay, so that's another one done. Police department, we're not putting police down here. We're experimenting with the other way. So we've done fire. Garbage pickup seems to be doing alright. Let's have a look. Oh no, actually, we're falling behind our standards there. So let's put in another incinerator into this little area right here, if one will fit. There we go. Excellent. And then education. This area is to be uneducated. Maybe up here we could educate some more workers with another primary school. Although they're probably going to end up commuting across town from the ghetto. That's literally what this area is. Yeah, so I think that's about all we can do at the moment. All seems good. Could be better. And I think one of the things we're going to focus on next time will be public transport. But I'm going to keep my eye on this expansion for now. Do you know what? I am seeing crime just pop up around the place and in this area. The harsher prison sentences might not be doing its job. Also, a few water bubbles there. I sorted out water a moment ago. It seemed to be fine. How's electricity? Right, electricity might suffer here. And what we got here, I do want to be temporary, by the way. Speaking of which, we can now build a dam, a hydro power plant. Oh my days. Right, that's clean energy right there. No pollution, but some noise pollution. Oh my days. Right, where could we put this? Somewhere across here. I bet you it would look amazing. And it makes a road with it as well. Interesting. Construction ain't a thing for us, not really a cost. And it is sort of next to a residential area. But, I mean, where are the other rivers? There is a river on the other side, but we'd have to unlock another tile, which is not something I'm terribly thinking about right now. Or maybe we could put the dam over on this side. Saying that, though, it looks like the river flow isn't as strong as the current over here. So, I'm going to put it on this side. I reckon down here it's going to look good. We could also connect it to that road. How does that look? I reckon that looks going to look really cool. Bam! Right, we're now generating power immediately. Oh, wait a minute, what's happening here? Oh, no, we're flooding the city. Oh, wow, we are flooding our own city. Let's watch this happen, because that's amazing. I'm going to destroy the dam. We just wasted a ton of money with that. Oh, we actually started flooding our own city. Crazy. Oh, no, the waves might be, like, cascading down the river now. They might flood down here as well. There you go, look. A little bit of water making its way onto the sides. Crazy stuff. Yeah, here it comes. A big wave. Oh no. It's going to go into some of the houses by the looks of it. Or maybe just skim them by. Oh, that could have been disastrous, couldn't it? Okay, we avoided that one. Oh, whoa. We got water going through here then? I can't see the water, but apparently it is. So maybe where we need to build it is further back. So let's try that again. Oh my god. Right, we're going to build it all the way back here. Let's get the dam. The water might sort of flood around. Now, when we built it, is building it here to here, you know, that looks quite low, doesn't it? So what if we come way further in and way further out? Now it looks a little bit higher. So if we can get away with doing that. No, it doesn't seem to like that. The height of it might actually be a real concern here. Slope to steep. Yeah. Okay, let's come from the opposite side out. And you can see about as far as it's going to get. Right. This doesn't look too promising, to be honest. It looks like the terrain might backfire against us. So, what happens? The water seems to just go around the outsides. Bizarre! Can we not have a dam then? Will this not work? Because, I mean, that's just causing some serious problems. I'm now worried about further down the river. Oh no, it's starting to settle a little now, isn't it? Okay, it's settled in. Right, we do have a bit of a wave going down here. Okay, I think it's settled. Let's let's connect this up with a road so the power can go with it. Yeah, let's get you to go up there. Aha, I see. It's done a little bit of terraforming. And then this road can go down here. Connect there. Does it need water connected to it? No, it just needs power. Bam. So we need some of these cables going. So I had to put in a police station just over here somewhere. That's it, right there. Because the crime was popping up all over this place. And you know what? Things are sort of looking a fair bit stable right now. We need to have a close look at our ratings. And I think in the next episode we'll probably be focusing on traffic, public transport and tweaking. And I wanted to have a look at traffic, how it's been affected since we've expanded. A little bit surprised to see so much traffic over here. Nice to see them using multiple lanes for once. And wow, look at that. That'll be coming from over here and trying to go through this area. So there are some clear problems with the way this works. What we probably need is like a bridge from there to there. That being said, you know, we've got the road under here, but no one likes to use that anymore, it seems. So yeah, tweaks need to be made all over the place. And we've got some serious death issues over here. We've spent so much time down in the other area that we haven't noticed this at all, have we? And it's certainly gone neglected. So we'll put a crematorium over there. Hopefully that'll help deal with these issues. I apologise for the poor health and the lack of dead body removal in this area. Citizens, there is now a crematorium for your use. What is going on with the heat? Are you telling me we don't have enough heat now? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I do want to make a nice area, by the way, for... You see how these are all sort of just laid out, however? Well, we'll make a nice area for that later on and make it look real cool. Like a service area for the city. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Do hope you're enjoying it. I feel like I'm still very much getting back into the swing of how to play this game. And our city here, I don't think it's the most impressive thing so far, but once we fill up this area, we'll move across and fill in some other areas, and hopefully we'll improve as we go along. Anyway, do hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like on the video. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great time. That's not what I say always, but I decided to say that. Oh, what am I like? Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.